So I wanted to take a minute and talk about doing some complex urethane forming on the MEdelman press that I have here. This is the MEdelman Jewelry Press or lever press, and we're going to be using this chunk of urethane that is chucked into the ram to make some complex shapes that would be moderately difficult to make otherwise. So what's neat about doing urethane forming is you can do things like just take a piece of wire and bend it, and I can get the negative of the shape, which I'll show you. So I'm going to take an 1/8 inch shim, stick it in there, then I'm going to put some sheep copper in there, get it how I want, and then I'm going to pull the lever. And you kind of just walk this down. Let's see if I have that set right. That might be a little bit too low for this. So we gotta adjust the bottom setting. All right, now we'll try that again. There we go. Now it's making good contact. And I'm just gonna work my way down that form. Just giving it a good couple squishes. Keep working down. And what you have there is that form. So that gave me that nice complex form. There's some depth to it. You could use either side, depending on what you were going for. And you can make any form you want. You can bend wire. You can take things that are already made and squish it. And I'll show you this other form that I have. So this next form, I'm going to take this scroll here, put the copper on it, get it underneath there. Once you make contact with the first squish, it'll stay in place. It's that first one that's a little tricky. So you get it in there, give it a couple of good squishes. And as you can see, that's a pretty neat scroll that came out of that. Again, you can use either side. And this is 20 gauge copper. So now we're going to try to do something incredibly complex here. This is a very deep die that I built up that I would normally do in a hydraulic press. We are going to take this piece of copper and see what happens when we put it under here. So already that's making some pretty good progress. So I wanted to show you how this die came out after it was stamped on the MEdelman lever press. And you can see that that is a pretty deep impression. The die clearly needs to be refined a little bit, which is why there are those cracks. But that is a pretty good stamping. If you look at that, you get that. So it's not quite a hydraulic press, but you can still get some pretty serious relief out of it. It's a little bit slower than a hydraulic press because you have to do each section at one time, but you can still get the same results, which is pretty awesome, I think. This is the actual urethane die. I sell both the urethane end of this and the holder on my website, MEdelmanArt.com. So check it out. Love to see what you guys make.